Hi James Dean fans, especially you hardcore James Dean fans. What we have in front of us in West LA is St. Timothy's Catholic Church, where on November 24th, 1954, Pier married Vic Damone. She jilted Jimmy and he was so angry, what with his Aquarius rebellious streak. They said that he gunned his engine throughout the whole ceremony, thereby irritating the participants and without having to say it, the bride and groom. Pier couldn't overcome her strong-willed mother. She wanted her to marry a good Catholic Italian boy and not a Quaker, and certainly not a guy like James Dean who never tucked in his shirt nor cut his hair. They said that he was apparently, according to witnesses, that he was in this empty lot at that time, or in this empty lot where those new condos are right now. The only original part from that time is obviously this apartment complex and this old apartment complex in back of me. So obviously he would probably have been in this little area right here. And they said that he even stayed gunning his engine on his 650 Triumph until the bride and groom came out there in the front right there, and everybody saw him, and he gunned his engine and then he took off. And when people asked Jimmy if he actually had done that, he said no, he would never ever do anything that stupid. But I think what with him being a rebellious Aquarius, I could really see a young man not giving up a beautiful woman like that whom he loved, and who he would not get over getting jilted that easily. I'm sure he would have at least done that one little kind of like send-off, irritating send-off to the bride and groom. And ironically, before he died, Jimmy was signed up to play Rocky Graziano and Somebody There Likes Me. And ironically, the woman that was going to play his wife in the movie was going to be Pier. Anyway, the marriage didn't last very long. It lasted 4 years to 1958. She had one son from Vic Damone. And then, sadly, she died of a barbiturate overdose in 1971 at age 39. A lot of her friends said that Jimmy was the only man she ever loved, and Jimmy said that he had never loved any woman ever more than, in fact, she was the only woman that he had ever loved, Jimmy said. In fact, the next day after Jimmy died, when they went into his apartment in Sherman Oaks, they said he had a bunch of photos framed of Pier. One more couple of factoids. The twin sister of Pier was Marissa Pavan, who won Best Supporting Actress in The Rose Tattoo with Anna Magnani. And at that time, the Silver Chalice, whom she starred with Paul Newman, was going to be released December of 1954. And even though Pier had already done a few movies and Jimmy had wrapped up filming East of Eden in Mendocino in August of '54, they were pretty much not that well known, so they were able to be a little more regular, people. They could go on dates and be with each other without people really ogling them and really knowing who they were, except hardcore fans who had already seen probably Jimmy on live TV at that time. Okay, let me get a little kind of like perspective. This is West LA. We're about a half mile west of 20th Century Fox Studios, right here in Pico Boulevard. And this is, incidentally, this is Crown Car Wash. And it's said that a lot of movie stars get their car washed here every day. And well, that's there you go. You could just easily imagine Vic Damone and Pier coming out there, and Jimmy angrily gunning his 650cc Triumph. Poor Jimmy never got over it, they said. He always talked about how much he loved Pier. And just give you guys a little perspective of West LA. And if you go about 2 miles west is Santa Monica. Okay, thanks a lot, James Dean fans, especially you hardcore fans.